Hi, all, Jeanette here. We've been really hitting it hard. We're in the throes of trying to get everything planted. And just a couple days ago I put on a video about us laying plastic out here on a very windy day. We've been dealing with a lot of wind lately, and what we do is a little bit hard on windy days, but we've got to do it. It's time. And also tomorrow they're threatening us with a pretty good chance of rain, so we need to get things done when we have to get them done, whether it's convenient or easy or whatever. It's got to be done. It's the life of a farmer. I'm out in the greenhouse gathering up some plants to plant today, and today I'm going to show you how our transplanter works. We have a water wheel transplanter, and that's what this video is going to be about. So stick around with us and I'll show you how it goes. Are some of the plants that we're going to do. They're mostly peppers, but there are a few eggplants, and I put them out here yesterday to kind of get them used to being outside a little bit, but they're dry this morning, so I'm going to have to water them before I go. I don't want to water them too much, but I want them to have a good solid roots, wet roots on them a little bit. Yesterday we planted butternut, spaghetti, squash, and zucchini down at the bottom of our property. So these are the trays we used. We've got to get them off so we can get the new ones on for the day. Let's take a quick look at the transplanter. First of all, I'll show you that this is a big 300-gallon water tank, and we fill it up with just plain water. We have used fertilized water before, but we've gotten to where we just use plain water in here. And then this thing has multiple shelves where you can put trays of plants, and down here on the bottom. This is the transplanting wheel. There's a water valve in there with that red handle. You can turn the water on full force, and then this little lever right here is designed to shut the water on or off. As we're going along, I can just reach up there and flip that little lever up, and it will turn the water off. Ours is kind of old already, and it's got some leaks, but we have to deal with what we have. So this is the wheel. This particular one, the plants are going to be spaced out at 24 inches apart. Inside those bent metal prong type things is a hole where the water can come out. The water fills up inside there, and as the wheel turns around, these prongs poke a hole in the plastic or poke a hole in the ground if you're not using plastic, dumps the water out of that hole, and then the person planting comes along in these seats right here and just pokes a plant right down in the hole. This lever here raises and lowers the wheel. So when you're driving around, you want your wheel up so that it doesn't roll on the ground and break something. But when you get to where you want to plant, you put the wheel down, and you can adjust how deep you want it to go, whether your plants are smaller and need to be not planted quite so deep, or whether they are a bigger plant and you want them down in the ground farther. For the tongue, it has just a simple pull behind tongue. It doesn't have any hydraulics to it or anything like that. It just pulls along and seems to work pretty good for us. We like these simple things that somebody invented that is really quite simple and works quite well though. So we've got to get the trays loaded up on here. On this one rack we can put 4, and then we've got a shelf there and a shelf there. Okay, I'm going to do a quick rundown on what we're going to plant. I've got 2 trays, almost 2 trays, of a variety called Takara, and they're a shishito pepper. That was the first year that I grew them last year, and I loved them. I can eat them every day. And then Tiburon is poblano pepper. Over here on this other side, I had some Marconi peppers. There's a really sweet bell type pepper, only they're not really bell shaped. They're a long pepper. These are 2 trays of what's called mini blend. They're different colors of, sorry about the wind, of little miniature bell peppers. I have 2 trays of Banana Bounty, which are banana peppers, nice big banana peppers. This one I have trouble, I'm not Sahuaro, I don't know how to say that, is an Anaheim pepper. Up here I've got Serrano, hot Mexican type peppers. Lost the tag out of that one, but those are cayenne peppers, long red cayenne peppers. Then I'm coming to the eggplant. We do classic eggplant called Classic F1. It's a hybrid, grows really nice, pretty eggplants. And then a long, light purple one called Fond May. Over here, I've got 3 nice trays of jalapeno called Chichimeca. They make nice big jalapenos. We like them really well. So that's the rundown on what we're going to plant, but I see Jeremiah just showed up and he brought out some more. He's carrying them over to the garden house. He's got some lettuce and Swiss chard, and we have some other things kind of along those lines that we're going to plant somewhere else, but these are what we're going to plant out in the field in the black plastic, kind of in the back of our property. So come along and we'll get it done. We'll stop by here and see what Jeremiah is doing out in the garden house. He's already planted some kale and lettuce in here before that looks like it's doing pretty good. This is where he plants his elephant garlic. But we've got Swiss chard here and more lettuce there that he's going to stick in here. And what do you have else do you have in mind to put in here?
Well, the lettuce is going to be a short-term crop, and it'll come out to make room for the kale and the Swiss chard. The Swiss chard's nice to plant in the greenhouses because it gives it a little bit of wind protection. Swiss chard's so tender it tends to blow apart if you put it outside. So I'm going to put some of it in here and some of it in the other greenhouse.
I've stretched the water supply line to these rows out to be sure my connection will match up, but I'm going to take it back up now so I don't run over it while we're planting, because I run the risk of breaking the fitting, maybe tearing the holes too big, so we don't want to do that. We'll plant and then we'll hook it up.
Okay, we're lined up here and ready to go. Old guy's in the tractor, about ready to start it, and we're gonna take off. I'm gonna turn the water on here. That'll be about right. Keep it off there till I'm ready. Stop! When we're where we need to be, I'll lift the wheel down. Double row, which means we come down one side, turn around, and go up the other side. And try as best we can to stagger the location of the plants. It's not always easy to do that, but here we go on the second side of the first row. Okay! Going too much in the middle. He's in the middle. We like to do it on a cloudy day, put these plants in, or late at evening. today we've got some pretty good clouds, but the wind might work against us on drying things out. Because the sun is hard on them and they get a chance to settle in a little bit before the sun beats them up.